Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we really try to get under the hood of the latest tech and trends. And this deep dive is special. It's Lesydear's podcast. Now, Lesydear, for those of you who might not know, is the five-star flagship Chery outlet right here in Bukit Puchong. Today, we're focusing on two brand-new Chery models that have just landed, the TIGGO 7 CSH and the TIGGO 8 CSH. Our job to unpack the sources and really understand what makes this Chery super hybrid, the CSH system, tick. Is it, genuinely super?
That's the big question, isn't it? Because these aren't just hybrids. They're plug-in hybrids or PHEVs, and Chery's aiming for that sweet spot: performance, efficiency, a bit of luxury, all powered by this, well, advanced PHEV tech.
Right. So let's dive straight in. Super hybrid, it sounds impressive, but what's the core innovation here? What makes it super?
Okay, so it really boils down to two key pieces of tech working together under the bonnet. First, you've got their fifth-generation dedicated hybrid engine, DHE for short. It's a 1.5-liter TGDI engine.
Okay, 1.5-liter.
But here's the kicker. It achieves a thermal efficiency of 44.5%. It's class-leading.
44.5%? Wow. Okay, put that in perspective for us.
Yeah.
How does that compare?
Well, most standard petrol engines, even efficient ones, are usually somewhere in the 35, maybe 38% range. So hitting 44.5% means significantly more of the fuel's energy is actually, pushing the car forward, not just losses heat. It's a big deal for efficiency.
Huge deal. That explains how they get those big range numbers, I guess.
Exactly. We'll definitely get to the range. But the engine's only half the story. It needs a partner. And that's the dedicated hybrid transmission, the DHT. This is crucial for managing how the power flows from the battery, the electric motor, the engine.
The traffic controller of the system. And the sources mentioned something about its mechanical efficiency, up to 98%.
Yes, up to 98%. And you might think, okay, 98% sounds high, but what it feels like is smoothness. It means when the system switches between electric power, engine power, or both, there's almost no energy loss in that transition. For you, the driver, it means none of that hesitation or shift shock you sometimes get in older hybrids. Just smooth, instant response.
Okay, I like the sound of that. Smoothness is definitely a plus. Now, this CSH system has multiple modes, right? 4 of them. That seems key to its flexibility.
Absolutely. Think of it like the car having different strategies depending on what you're doing. The first one, the most obvious maybe, is pure electric mode.
Zero fuel.
Zero fuel, pure EV driving. And the sources say it offers up to 90 kilometers of range just on the battery.
90 kilometers, that's quite a lot for a PHEV. That'd cover my whole daily commute easily.
For many people, yeah. You could potentially drive it like a full EV most days. But okay, what if you're on a longer trip and the battery runs low?
Good question. What then?
That's where tandem mode comes in. The petrol engine kicks in. But, and this is clever, it doesn't drive the wheels directly, it just acts as a generator.
Ah, so it's recharging the battery.
Exactly. It runs at its most efficient point just to top up the battery, extending your electric capability without directly powering the drive. Sort of like a range extender.
Interesting. Okay, so when do I get the full beans? The combined power?
That would be parallel mode. This is when you want performance. Merging onto the highway, overtaking the engine and the electric motor work together, giving you the maximum combined power and torque.
The full 279 horsepower we'll talk about later.
That's the one. And finally, for those long, steady motorway cruises.
Let me guess. Engine only.
You got it. Direct engine drive mode. The system sends power straight from that super efficient 1.5-liter engine to the wheels. It's the best way to maximize fuel economy on a long, steady run, letting the DHE really stretch its legs at that 44.5% efficiency.
Okay, that's a really smart setup, covering all the bases. Now let's link that tech to the actual numbers. You mentioned power.
Right, so in parallel mode, the combined maximum output is, as you said, 279 PS. That's about 205 kilowatts. And the torque is pretty hefty, too, at 365 Newton meters combined.
That's definitely punchy for SUVs of this size.
It is. And what's also impressive is the pure electric performance. Even just running on the battery in pure EV mode, you still get 204 PS and 310 Nm of torque.
So even in EV mode, it's not sluggish. It's got instant electric pull.
Exactly. None of that waiting for the engine feeling. Now, power's great, but for a PHEV, the battery and charging are critical.
Totally. What are we looking at for battery specs?
Both the TIGGO 7 and 8 CSH use an 18.3 kilowatt-hour lithium iron phosphate battery, LFP chemistry known for being stable, safe, long-lasting. And Chery's made sure it's well-protected, armored, IP68 rated.
Okay, good to know. But the charging, that's often the pain point with PHEVs. Slow overnight charging is fine, but what about top-ups?
This is where the CSH models stand out. They support DC fast charging.
DC charging on a PHEV, that's not common.
It's not, but it makes a huge difference. Using a 40 kW DC charger, which you find more and more often now, you can apparently charge the battery from 30% to 80% in just 19 minutes.
19 minutes, seriously. That's almost like an EV charging speed. That changes things for longer journeys.
It really does. A quick coffee break and you've added significant electric range back. And when you combine that efficient engine, the decent battery size, and smart modes, the total combined range is quoted up to 1,200 kilometers.
1,200 kilometers, wow. Based on the NEDC cycle, I assume.
Yes, NEDC. Still, it's a very impressive figure highlighting that efficiency focus. But there's one more feature we have to talk about regarding practicality.
Go on.
Vehicle to load. V2L.
Ah, yes. The car as a power bank. How much power can it output?
Both models offer 3.3 kilowatts of V2L capability. And this isn't just a small feature, it fundamentally changes how you might use the car.
3.3 kilowatt, that's quite a bit. That could run some serious equipment.
Exactly. Think camping power for lights, a fridge, charging gear, or think about a power outage at home. You could genuinely use the car as a backup power source for essential appliances. It turns the SUV into this, massive mobile battery, huge utility factor.
That V2L is genuinely a game changer for usability. Okay, let's pivot now and look at the specific models, starting with the TIGGO 7 CSH. This one feels positioned as the smart family SUV choice.
Yeah, that seems right. It's built on Chery's T1X platform, which is designed for good interior space and versatility. Practicality first, but with that CSH performance punch.
And the styling. The sources mentioned diamond brilliance.
Yeah, you see it in the details, like the front grille pattern. It's got those sharp crystal color IQ LED headlights too, and rides on 18-inch diamond cut alloy wheels. It looks modern, athletic.
Inside the 7, what are the highlights? I see panoramic sunroof mentioned.
Yep, standard panoramic sunroof. Always nice for making the cabin feel bright and airy. But the big tech piece is the dashboard.
The big curved screen.
That's the one.
Yeah.
A sweeping 24.6-inch dual screen setup, looks very futuristic. And importantly, it's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8155 chip.
Okay, why is the chip important?
It means speed and responsiveness. The 8155 is a powerful automotive chip, so navigating menus, using the infotainment, switching between apps, it should all be really quick and smooth. No frustrating lag.
Good point. And comfort features, what do families get?
It ticks the main boxes. Dual-zone automatic aircon, ventilated and heated seats up front, great for our climate, and a 6-way power-adjustable driver's seat with memory, plus an 8-speaker Sony audio system.
Sounds well equipped. And safety structure.
Solid. Over 60% high-strength steel in the body frame, 8 airbags standard, and they even include a safety hammer, a strong base for all the electronic safety systems.
Okay, so that's the TIGGO 7 CSH. Now let's move upmarket to the TIGGO 8 CSH. This one feels aimed more at quarter elegance and luxury.
Definitely. It takes the same core CSH powertrain, but wraps it in a more premium package. And you see that reflected in the price. The TIGGO 7 CSH starts around RM 129,400, while the TIGGO 8 CSH is closer to RM 159,400. You're paying for those extra luxury touches.
What are some of those visible differences?
Externally, you get larger 19-inch alloy wheels, sequential turn signals, which always look a bit more premium, welcome lights, and maybe the most noticeable thing is the hidden door handles.
Ah, the flush handles. Gives it a very clean, sleek look.
Exactly. A bit more minimalist and high-end. And structurally, it's even more robust. The sources mentioned 74% high-strength steel in the frame for the TIGGO 8.
And inside. How does the luxury step up?
The dashboard layout is different. Instead of the single curved screen, the TIGGO 8 has a floating screen design, a big 15.6-inch central infotainment screen paired with a separate 10.25-inch digital instrument cluster for the driver.
More traditional luxury layout, perhaps.
You could say that. Plus, you get customizable 64-color ambient lighting to really set the mood. The audio system is upgraded to a 10-speaker Sony premium system in the 8.
And any other key convenience upgrades?
Yes, a couple of nice ones. High-speed 50W wireless phone charging, and it's ventilated.
Ventilated charging. Finally. My phone always gets so hot on wireless chargers.
Right, this should solve that. And then there's the Boss switch on the front passenger seat.
The Boss switch, allowing the driver or rear passenger to move the front seat.
Precisely. A classic executive car feature makes it easy to maximize rear legroom if needed. Little touches that add up to that premium feel.
Okay, so 2 distinct flavors built on the same impressive CSH core. Let's talk safety systems, because both seem packed with 80s features. Level 2 autonomy.
Yes, a comprehensive Level 2 AD suite is standard on both. You get all the key systems working together.
Give us a few highlights.
Well, you've got autonomous emergency braking, AEB, absolutely crucial, blind spot detection, BSD, and rear cross traffic alert with braking assist, RCTB, which are lifesavers in busy car parks or multi-lane traffic.
Makes sense. What about highway driving and traffic jams?
You covered two. There's intelligent lane assistance, which includes lane keeping assist, LKA, and emergency lane keeping, AAK, to help you stay centered, plus traffic jam assist, TJA, to ease the stress of stop-start driving.
And parking. Big SUVs can be tricky.
They thought of that. Both get a 540-degree HD panoramic camera system. It gives you that bird's eye view, plus other angles, making maneuvering in tight spots much, much easier. Really builds confidence.
Okay, that's a strong safety net. The last piece of the puzzle for potential buyers, especially with new tech like this, is always the warranty. What's Chery offering?
They seem to understand that need for reassurance. It's called the Chery Comprehensive Warranty Program. For the vehicle itself, it's 7 years or 150,000 kilometers, whichever comes first.
7 years is pretty good.
It is. And they include 6 free labor services within that period, too. But crucially, for a hybrid, there's a specific warranty for the high-voltage battery.
And that is?
8 years or 160,000 kilometers. And here's the really strong part. They explicitly state it includes a 1-to-1 battery replacement if its state of health drops below 70% during that period.
Okay, that addresses the big what if about long-term battery life. That's significant peace of mind.
Absolutely. It removes a major potential worry for PHEV buyers.
So, wrapping this up, what's the big picture here?
Mm-hmm.
We've unpacked the CSH system, the efficient engine, the smart transmission, the flexible modes, the fast charging.
I think the takeaway is that Chery's CSH system seems to deliver on its super hybrid promise. It offers, genuine engineering advancements for both power and efficiency. And they've packaged it into 2 appealing SUVs, the practical, tech-forward Tiggo 7 CSH and the more luxurious, elegant Tiggo 8 CSH. It gives you a real choice depending on your priorities.
Right. And thinking about that T1X platform and especially that V2L capability, here's something for you, the listener, to chew on. How might having a 3.3 kilowatt mobile power source change how you use a vehicle? Beyond just driving, think about powering your weekend adventures, providing backup during emergencies, maybe even enabling new kinds of mobile businesses or activities. That efficient DHE means you can generate power quite economically, too. The car becomes more than just transport. It's a versatile energy tool. So if listening to this has got you curious, if you want to feel that seamless CSH transition or test out that V2L potential, well, reading about it is one thing, experiencing it is another.
Absolutely. You need to drive it.
And you can do just that. We'd love to invite you down to Lesydear. Remember, we're the 5-star flagship Chery outlet located conveniently in Bukit Puchon. Come take the Tiggo 7 CSH or the Tiggo 8 CSH or both for a proper test drive.